Alright, folks, welcome to the second Steel Series Chicago Dota 2 Open at Ignite Gaming Lounge, sponsored by Steel Series, Ignite, Merlini Dota, and there's one other sponsor, I can't remember who it is, but we'll look it up before we start the next game. We are going to do a little bit of continuity to start out, and let me switch over to our game scene. Let me actually turn on the game. Oh, whoa. Alright, cool. So, we're going to start out this first round winners bracket, and we're going to have a little bit of continuity because we're going to look at the second place team from the last tournament, Altered State. They're going to go up against a new team that we didn't see in the last tournament. If they were there, I didn't manage to catch their games. Team Ghost Dag. I originally said Dad, and they corrected me, so that was my mistake. And what we're going to do is actually going to be somewhat interesting. I'm going to dial in on Skype to the coach of Altered State. So it's rare that you actually see a team that's not sort of very high-level professional team have a coach, but might be cool in this game because we are going to talk to Novacane. And let me dial him in on Skype right now. It's a little bit irresponsible of me not to set that up before, but we'll have him on in just a second, and he'll do a little co-casting for us. I'm hoping to get a little bit of color. Hey, dude, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm ready for some Dota. I haven't watched any Dota since
Are you
TI3.
Are you just spectating the game?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I was actually in the lobby. I totally forgot to tell you the password. But if you spectate, I don't think it's on a delay, so...
Oh, it's not? Okay, great.
I don't think so. You should be alright.
Wonderful.
I totally forgot to get you in the lobby. That's
it's quite alright. If there's no delay, then it's not a problem.
Yeah, I don't think there's any delay. Let me turn you up a little bit. Alright, cool. So how you doing? You excited?
I am excited. So this is my my team. I had a family emergency come up, so I couldn't attend the tournament today, but I'm watching from home.
Sure. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but why don't you give me a little color on your team? You guys are actually one of the few teams that was there in June, and I still see a lot of the same people, so it's pretty stable.
Yes, correct. Most of us are actually friends in real life, became as such after the tournament. I'm actually hoping to see our global strategy here, but I don't think they will.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I spectated you guys at the first
Yes,
game of June.
you casted it.
And you ran the MYM Zeus Prophet Spectre. It was pretty sick.
Unfortunate. We got the Prophet block here.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't you tell me, how did your team get started? Did you guys just form up for that tournament, or were you already together before?
Yeah, well, actually, the majority of us had somehow met by chance on team matchmaking. We happened to all be from Chicago, so that was just sheer coincidence. And then this tournament comes up, and so obviously we're gonna try to play. So, and then the feedback, or like the reaction from the community, was like way bigger than I think anyone expected. So there's a lot of Chicago 2 Dota players out there. If anyone's listening, absolutely.
Yeah, and for this go-round, there's people coming from all over, I think. I know some of the NA Dota dudes are in town. I think Grant is there. I know Spitwad is there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm, like, extra bummed now. Oh, that's absolutely terrible. Dang it.
Yeah, I had a chance to meet those guys at TI3, and it was a pretty fun time.
So you were actually there at the event?
Oh yeah, I wasn't casting, but I was definitely there. It was a pretty fun time. But I haven't done any Dota since then. I've played like 2 games. My first game back, I random sniper went big 2 and 9, and I was like,
Absolutely. I'll just wait until the tournament start up again, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so let's jump into the draft here. So, Team Ghost Dag, actually really typical bans. These are sort of the post-TI3 banning atmosphere. You still want to ban Io and Bat because, as we saw in the Grand Finals, those are still pretty decent heroes. Mm-hmm. OD is a hero that's gotten pretty popular, gets banned out a lot, even if he actually gets banned more than he gets picked in some respects. And
yeah, I think especially at our level of play, OD is just one of those heroes that I think it takes a lot of coordination to kind of counter.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's something that I know we personally had struggles with, so I definitely understand the ban there.
Yeah, he's such a strong laner that if your team relies, or if you have people who aren't like completely 100% perfect tip-top in the lane, you just get completely crushed and it becomes really hard to come back.
Absolutely.
So you guys picked out Naga and Gyro. These are 2 pretty strong heroes. What's the rationale behind picking Naga so high?
I know actually we just started playing with her, and actually I'm surprised they picked a Weaver into that, but the fact is, we kind of focused on having enough BKB disables.
Okay.
I think it's just a safer way that we decided to play, and Naga just happens to be one of those.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely, I don't know, almost one of the strongest supports just because Ensnare, breaking BKB, Riptide is insane in lane, Song of the Siren is just a pretty decent spell in general.
That's the caveat. I think is Song of the Siren is again at our level, it's really hard to coordinate that, and it's like one of those spells that you could lose you the game or it could win you the game.
Yeah, that's true. I do find that a lot of times now, Wombo, like the combo situations where you want to set up Song into like a huge X ultimate into like Y ultimate, I feel like people do that a lot less now, so it's become a little less execution.
Yeah, it's people are using it, I think, more for net, and I think net's just too good.
Yeah, net is really, really strong. What's the CD on it, like 14 seconds?
I think it's 14, level 4, yeah.
That's pretty goddamn low. So yeah, that's a good spell. But Ghost Dag, I mean, they have a pretty decent lineup too so far. They've gone Prophet Weaver, so that gives them quite a bit of global presence. 2 options for a side lane solo. Weaver's a pretty good carry as well. Actually, so they're going pretty greedy, I guess. Unless this is an Alk support or an Alk mid, this is probably 3 core heroes, all of whom need a lot of farm, which is an interesting choice. You are ahead of me.
This is unfortunate.
Oh, am I? How far? Is it on 2 minutes?
I don't know. If it is, it'll be unfortunate.
What's the current status of your draft?
I'm at Radiant pick, so I assume AS just picked Alchemist. That's what you just said. So
no. Ghost Dag picked. Oh man, you might actually be 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, I am.
Can you try? You could try piggybacking off of my spectator and see if that gets around the delay.
I will try that, but I'll hold on for now.
All right, but your team picked PL Coddle. So that's pretty interesting. If you pick PL Coddle, where do you actually put your gyro? What's the rationale?
I'm picturing an offensive tri-lane here with probably gyro safe lane.
Okay.
Or vice versa. But
sure. Oh my god. Team Ghost Dag is the greediest little lineup here. I think this has to be a Warlock support. I can't imagine any other way that this works out.
Oh. Okay.
So it's Prophet Weaver Alchemist Warlock.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, the way I see it, that's 4 heroes that all need farm, but I guess there's the, like, medallion support alch.
I like it as this is a best of 1 if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. So I like it that you can absolutely take it as late as you wanted to, and you're still safe. But that's very greedy. But I think with Coddle PL, there's only 1 disable so far in Altered State, so...
That's true. There's just Ensnare. I mean, Ensnare's really good against Weaver. I mean, it's really good against everybody, but yeah, I don't know. If Warlock stays alive, gets some levels, I think you're in okay shape. I'm always worried when a team looks to be running the Warlock support, because you don't get any levels. You never get Ags, which is really like the lodestone item for Warlock. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what they fill it out with, where they actually lane, because the nice thing is, Alchemist can support, Warlock can support. If they pick up another support, they're in decent shape, but I do like this Storm Spirit pickup from Altered State. So, actually, what roles are you guys running? So, who's going to be on who's midding, who's going to carry?
If I'm not mistaken, Avukamu, who was our off-lane player, is our mid player now.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's actually taking over. I was the off-lane player, so he's taking over my off-lane spot. He was our support player.
Yeah.
He's playing mid now, and Cyan is on hard carry. He was on support last time. Burger Kong is another personal relay friend. He's on support, and V Carbs is on support.
Naga?
I believe, yes.
That's what it looks like. So you guys placed second last time, so in June. You guys did really, really well, and then the grand finals were pretty tough. You got, I think, blanked by Shibby's team.
We did. Please, Shibby's, they're probably, I want to say, the strongest team in our area, I think. They're the team to beat, definitely, this tournament.
Yeah.
We played a couple games with them, but...
Oh, have you scrimmed? Have you been prepping?
We have, yes. We were actually prepping a lot, or trying to at least. It's kind of hard with our schedules, but... yeah, the scene's actually active. We have a pretty active Facebook group. I don't know if that like really amounts to much, but there's always pickup games going on and stuff, so which is kind of cool, because it's regional.
So what are you guys hoping to do? Are you guys hoping to win this time? Or do you think second
My
you'd be happy with second?
when I was planning on playing, like my goal was I just wanted to take a series off of Please Gank Shibby because
Yeah,
they ousted us last time,
they
and like I
did.
respected them for that. I just wanted to take one game off them.
Yeah,
So
I think they took
um,
you guys into the lower bracket
they
and then
did,
also
and they
the
came
grand
back, and
finals.
then they pretty much 3-0'd us. But when we played, Storm Spirit.
Well, I mean, off to a good start. If I looked at these drafts, I would say that probably I'd say Altered State has the stronger draft. I'm still just a little bit skeptical about this Warlock Rubik support combo. It's like okay, but the problem is that Warlock can get pressured very heavily in lane, and it's up against if you guys are running. Yeah, it does look like the aggressive try. So Team Liquid posting Superstar Kome is going to be on Phantom Lancer, and then the PL Naga Coddle. I just feel like Naga Disable is long enough that you're guaranteed to land. Once it's like level 2, you're pretty much guaranteed to land the Illuminate. You land the Spirit Lance, and that person's
Absolutely.
dead. Warlock is dead after that.
Yeah, I think the key will be shutting down Warlock because I mean I know every pub player can echo my statement that no matter how long the game goes, that Warlock ultimate just is awful to play against. To try to
Absolutely.
break base, it's just one of the hardest spells to play against.
Yeah, it's definitely the ultimate is really what the hero's kind of built around. He's got a lot of abilities that are okay. I mean, Fatal Bonds is really strong as well, but
Yeah,
everything just sets up the ultimate or follows up the ultimate. Really, there is one thing that could potentially complicate things. Typhoid here on TGD has the alien trees, so those are pretty strong. I hear those if you win games.
pay to win, Valve
Pay to win.
fix.
Well, I don't know. There aren't actually that many pay to win items. There's just the panda for Lone Druid that increases your entangle
Panda
chance.
and the Cauldron combination is too
Yeah,
strong.
it is really strong. But it's okay. It's balanced out. There's a pay to lose item, the Juggernaut ward, that's like 5 times the size of the normal
Oh
ward.
my gosh, absolutely.
It's so
I
easy
don't
to
understand why
hit.
you ever pick that.
Yeah,
The
it looks
default is
good,
so
but
stupid.
it's so bad for like actually winning games. All right, so let me take a look at the lane configurations real quick. So we actually have so it's even greedier than I thought it was. So I thought it was going to be Rubik Warlock support in the bottom, but TGD are running Krupa on this Alchemist, supported only by Kelpo 666 on Rubik. So if this works out, if they don't die too much, this is actually going to be fantastic because Rubik's going to get some levels. Alchemist is going to have not that much trouble. But the flip side is this tri-lane of Phantom Lancer, Coddle, Naga is going to be very, very dangerous for this lane. So that puts
Yeah.
Warlock mid. This is if you're gonna run Warlock, I feel like mid's the place. So he's gonna shouldn't have too much trouble laning against Storm Spirit. It's not that disfavored of a lane for Warlock. And then Nature's Prophet, jungle, and Weaver on the off lane. So I like all the lanes. I like how they're trying to sort of win early by just getting a ton of XP and a little bit of an advantage. I just really worry about this bottom lane. So for your team, what do you guys think? What are your goals in this early game?
I think I agree and disagree with the tri-lane choice because I think if they wanted to take advantage of their greedy lineup, they needed to gank the mid. But having an aggressive tri-lane, it makes it too obvious when the supports leave. I think
That's a
because
good point.
your carry's just at his tower, and
Sure.
they're wondering where the supports went. Obviously, they're going mid,
Yeah.
and they don't really have the best roaming. Neither of them have the best roaming supports. I think.
That's true. I mean, Coddle, Keeper of the Light, not that great of a roaming support. He doesn't really have any tools to just come in from another lane and win. Sorry, I just inhaled some tea instead of drinking.
That's but I think that ultimately favors Radiant side because of how greedy the lineup is. But we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, I feel like this aggressive tri-lane probably has to generate a kill or two to actually be even coming out of this. Otherwise, it's going to be somewhat difficult just because the level situation is going to start getting really bleak. That said, Rubik hasn't been able to successfully pull it all. They haven't dewarded this sentry over here on the Magic Bush, so this is blocking 2 camps. Rubik hasn't done any pulls. Even though Alchemist is leveling, he only has 1 last hit. Keeper of the Light is, Phantom Lancer is 10 for 7. So, as long as you guys have a really dominant tri-lane, I think it's not the end of the world, even if Keeper of the Light and Naga come out a little under level. Weaver and Warlock have to win their lanes, and right now, actually, they're losing both lanes. That's kind of surprising. I feel like Warlock should be able to be even, and Weaver should probably even win his lane.
I wanted to check if the Jarl was pulled detection, which he was not, which is unfortunate as well. I think that would have probably sealed the deal in this top lane.
Yeah. Whenever you're 1v1 against a Weaver, if you get pooled sentries very, very early, I feel like you can absolutely dominate that. But wow, Weaver jumping way in. He actually might be first blood. He's at 1 HP. One more or less hit from Gyro. Yes. Cien will get the Jarman bar Trollman and kill the Weaver off. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, another gank set up. And actually, they bring down Krupa. So that's 2 quick kills for Altered State. I feel like you guys have to feel pretty good coming out of that. Because that's the tri lane close to 1. And the 1 versus 1 lane basically won off of that.
Absolutely. Another, I guess, double-edged sword with their lineup was that I think Storm should get a pretty fast 6, uncontested 6 here in the middle.
Yeah, Warlock really can't kill you.
Yeah, and this, again, supports can't rotate from bottom without fear of losing Alchemist.
Yeah.
And I am a little bit behind you, but I guess that Weaver kill is going to probably be a huge impact as well because of that 1-1.
It was a weird choice from the Weaver. He jumped in without enough... Oh, actually, Krupa comes top. They're beating on Cien, but there's not actually any support. There's no Weaver. It seems that they switched around. Meanwhile, Courier pick off by V-Carbs on the Naga as it ferries, I have to imagine, like wards or something? I don't even know what was on the Courier. I'm trying to... Oh, just Sentry wards, yeah. So, not a huge deal, but losing that Courier is definitely a ton of money. It seems like a rotation of Weaver to the bottom, so Jarman will be in the bottom here. He is actually really, really poor on this Weaver. Healing Salve, Slippers of Agility ×2, nothing else. So that's kind of bleak as a loadout for Weaver at 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Kelpo still trying to support, but now it's switched to Alchemist Gyro. Still more or less even, although I think levels are probably favoring the Gyrocopter. Yeah, I mean, Cien is level 6 to Krupa's 4. And actually, Weaver, as soon as he gets here, gets picked off again. Actually, without even vision. I think just a stray Illuminate hit on plus the Entangle afterwards. So, 3-0. I think it's not in the bag, but definitely Altered State way ahead here. Krupa actually forced off the lane. Just the levels hurting him so much in this Alchemist that he can't stand in the way of the Gyro. Let's talk about something a little more generic. So, the Storm Spirit, so Avukamo in the mid here went 1-3-1-1. What do you think about this build? Why do you think he picked this? Is he going to do a lot of roaming now?
I can see it helping against Weaver. I'm personally not a fan of that. I like maxing out the passive. I think it's a little more efficient in damage, but I could see it being for the Weaver specifically, just for a longer disable.
Yeah, I guess in a heavy roam approach, having 2 full seconds on the lasso can be useful.
Yeah,
definitely less damage, but yeah.
Exactly. And I think his mana is just too weak in the early game. I think the passive max is the best, but that's just personal. Storm is such a personal choice here.
We should tell him to change it. Coach it up. Oh, Kelpo is netted. Here comes the Storm, hits the lasso, lasting quite a while. That rank 3 does help for locking down that Rubik pretty quickly. Keeper of the Light just chakraing Avukamu back up. All the mana he used trying to ball lightning over there, he's basically got back. So I don't think TGD can even punish this. Nature's Prophet, who doesn't quite have his Midas yet. Yeah, there's no way that Typhid can do anything here. Kelpo 666 after he dies rotates over. Jarman's still here. Maybe they'll try to make something happen. There's the Warlock ultimate. Baby Batter smashing on V-Carbs. A couple more hits from the Weaver. Yes, they managed to get on the board. Typhid, meanwhile, he'll sprout off Burger Kong. He needs to run. One more Golem hit will actually do it. He's at about 15 HP. If the Golem manages to get within Radiance range, Weaver chasing as well gets body blocked by the Golem. And I think Burger Kong might actually walk away from here. Baby Batter's actually in a ton of trouble taking hits from that Spirit Lance. And the Golem gets distracted while Jarman chases up Burger Kong. Yes! Finally manages to get the pick off there, but his mana's actually pretty low. He's only got enough. He doesn't have enough for any more Shukachis. So if they catch out Jarman here, this could actually be a lot of trouble. V-Carbs, will he throw out the ensnare? He's waiting. He might have waited too long. There goes Weaver, but Avukama has the haster, and if he manages to catch the end of the Weaver, no, he's decided to switch to Baby Batter on the Warlock. Hits him a couple times. There's the ensnare. Riptide, a couple more right clicks, and that'll be it for Warlock. 5-3, so they did actually, TGD got on the board and managed to pick off 3 kills, but I still feel like in the end, if you don't kill Storm, you don't kill Gyro, you don't kill PL, it's going to be something that Altered State probably feels okay about.
Absolutely, it's a good trade. From what it sounds like, there was a good trade. Another thing I didn't realize, or take into consideration, that PL being a natural diffusal carrier is going to be pretty decent against this Warlock.
Yeah.
As the game goes on.
Warlock is really, really vulnerable to both silence and mana drain, so I think if Avukamu rushes Orchid, you'll actually be really good against the Warlock. Kelpo 666 in a bit of trouble, takes a Riptide and an ensnare, a couple more hits from Kome. Actually, nice little bit of kill securing there from Burger Kong. Throws out the Illuminate, probably not 100% necessary, but hey, get on the board for Keeper of the Light. I think that's his first kill. No, it's actually 2-1-0. Sick shit. Maybe Travels Rush? Travels Rush is so good for Keeper of the Light.
Travels Rush.
The nice thing is, even though TGD have a pretty greedy lineup, I feel like the lineup for Ultimate State's kind of greedy too, and it's almost better because they're all better laners. So Cien now fighting Baby Battery, throws out a Rocket Brush, every hit of it misses, and the call down will miss, so he's chased off completely. He's actually not gonna die, I don't think. Yeah, nothing is Fatal Bonds to actually spike on him, but he's actually sent all the way back to Fountain, so that was a little bit rough. Rocket Barrage is so undependable if you're actually in a creep wave.
Mm-hmm.
How far behind are you, by the way? Is it on a full 2-minute delay?
Yeah, I think it's a full 2 minutes.
Ouch.
So
I feel really bad. Do you want to get the next one too, and I'll actually get you in the lobby?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Hopefully AS makes it through. So
I think there's a loser bracket too, so it won't be too bad.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like everything except so Dyfid's in pretty good shape. So this Nature's Prophet is farming up. He has Midas. I think that was his first Midas usage, so a little late. You usually want it around, if you're doing Jungle Prophet, I feel like 6 to 7 is ideal, but 9 is okay. There's the Warlock Ultimate thrown out in the middle on Tavukama, but he'll just ball lightning out of the way. There's just not enough disable, really, unless a really long concoction lands. And Krupa has gone, I mean, just repeatedly greedy approaches from TGD here.
Yeah, I definitely do not agree with the Max Greevil's greed in the situation they were in. I think they could have much more benefited with the Acid Spray and Concoction go.
Yeah, I actually feel like Acid Spray was really, really strong. Like, when he put it down in that lane and just onto the entire tri-lane, everybody just melted.
Absolutely, or just Acid Spray plus Golem Cleave is just, you're just gonna die.
Yeah, and bombs for that
20
matter.
minutes. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like it's a mistake some people make, where if you're not doing that well farm, you feel like you need the Greevil's Greed more. But that's not actually always true. You almost need it less. Yeah.
I absolutely disagree. I think the utility those other two spells brings outweighs it, like, by far.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the nice thing about Alchemist is his spells are actually amazing. He's not like, you know, PA where she just right clicks. Like, his spells are really, really good. So if you level them early, you can actually make up for a lack of farm by, like, getting kills and fighting.
Correct. And I think, I mean, even just by virtue of attack speed and Greevil's Greed, you can catch up later on without having leveled it so super early.
Yeah. So while we're talking about builds, I want to take a look at Phantom Lancer at Kome's build. So he's got the 4... Oh man, what a jump in from Avukamu right under the tower. He doesn't quite find Jarman. He actually ball lightnings all the way through him, but the Constellation Prize is Kelpo. No, he does find the Weaver. That was a sick jump, actually. 2 kills under the Tier 1 tower. They clear out, deforest pretty much everything south of that, and I think the tower is probably going to follow. That was a nice little pair of kills.
So, the no juxtaposed build, I'm not quite sure. Right, well, he seems to be saving skill points. He has 2, or where I'm at, I haven't seen him leveled up yet. So.
I think he just has stats. Krupa, nice little stun there, but he gets locked down again by that max rank lasso. The disable is incredibly long. Krupa taking a lot of damage. He's at 178. He is in ultimate form, so he's healing a bit of it. Will he be able to run away? He runs right into Avukamu. A couple more last hits will do it. They do pick up Gyrocopter. V-Carb's actually in a lot of trouble. Gets last hitted by the Shadow Word, and TGD picks up a triple kill for Warlock using DD Rune and basically just Fatal Bond's Shadow Word. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like a little bit, maybe too much Alchemist killing Lust. He walks away from the fight. I mean, that healing regen on the Chemical Rage is pretty substantial, and leaving Warlock up lets him just swing you.
Yeah, Warlock healing, or what is it, Shadow Word plus Alchemist regen is probably a pretty strong combination.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they actually have a pretty good healing lineup when you combine those two things. So, skipping over the PL thing, actually, what do you think your biggest weaknesses are as a team? What are people going to take advantage of that you're scared of?
We're one of our definite weaknesses is split push. It's a hard thing for us. We were challenged by it constantly, something that we're still dealing with.
Sure.
And so I'm kind of dreading this Nature's Prophet pick, but we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet based meta is pretty.
But yeah, I think Storm was a good counter pick to NP, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think Storm definitely with the huge mobility and whoa. Jarman getting himself into a ton of trouble, almost eats an Illuminate, does walk off. This Weaver looks to be building Lincolns before Boots even, so I mean, if you have a rough start and you really want that Lincoln's, you kind of want the boots. I mean, I don't know. Actually, Baby Batter's in a tremendous amount of trouble. Eats a call down. Will he actually use his ultimate? He doesn't have time to. Illuminate comes through, kills him off. So 6-10 is the score. Kelpo with a nice little telekinesis there doesn't manage to land CN on V-Carb, so they don't get stunned. Jarman now trying to turn this around. A quick Fade Bolt getting thrown out. But Avukamo has another haste rune. There's the Song of the Siren to lock Jarman down while they finish Kelpo. One more hit. Yes, Avukamo picks that up. Jarman's in a lot of trouble. There's the Ensnare. There's the Lasso. And a double kill for Storm Spirit. Buyback comes out from the Warlock while he builds towards what looks like, I guess, a BKB. So we got mass BKBs being built up on TGD. Probably just to try to deflect Storm Spirit while Avukamo, I think, is having a pretty great game. 5-1-2 on the Storm, so... Was he always mid? Sorry, you told me this, but I forgot already. Was he was support, right?
He was support, but he switched to mid shortly after the tournament, so he's been practicing that role for a while. Nice. So he's taking to it pretty well. Looks like he's going a Bloodstone Rush, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see.
Is he?
It's hard to tell. Yeah. This Arcane Boots is usually what that indicates to me.
Right.
But...
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can disassemble it into it, I guess. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Null is just for laning. Yeah, it's tough to say. But yeah, not going Arcane Boots sometimes means you're going Bloodstone. Sometimes it's just...
I would have preferred Orchid, but...
Yes, I think a fast Orchid would be amazing just to get Warlock. There was some cool pro games back when people were trying to use Warlock where the counter was just hyper fast Orchid on either Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit, and Warlock kind of just eats it.
Yeah.
But Warlock, I mean, even if you get Orchid, it looks like he's rushing BKB, so he can just BKB out of the silence, and that's pretty decent.
I wonder if he is. I wonder if I would even build a BKB, seeing that they're not getting Orchids on anybody.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, when you have the Ogre Club, you can always sideline it into the Aghanims anyway. Weaver in a lot of trouble. Nice defensive Warlock ultimate. He manages to time-lapse. He's back to basically full health. They're going to try to turn this around. Avukamo's already pretty low health. The Golem is trying to chase him, but it has no HP at this point. It's only a rank 1 Golem, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet, Typhoid, forced to actually leave, heads back to the fountain, so... They use a Warlock ultimate, lose the Golem, feed some money, feed a Weaver, and 13-6 now for Altered State. I have to feel like it's almost enough control that you guys can just start pushing, probably.
Yes, I hope so. The longer this game goes, the harder it's going to be just by Warlock ulti alone. So
Warlock ult, Nature's Prophet. I mean, once they can split push and just turtle up with Warlock, it's going to be tough, but... There's the first tower. I think that's the first tower for Altered State of the game. Actually, behind on towers up to that point, but that's the first tower on the board. Typhoid, meanwhile, trying to defend this top tower, but Kome is actually getting a little bit scary. So this is a level 10 Phantom Lancer with most of a Diffusal Blade. Doesn't have it quite done yet, but does chase off the Nature's Prophet, and I think that has to mean with the next creep wave, this tower is Phantom Lancers. Maybe not Typhoid and Krupa here. Krupa not charging his Unstable Concoction yet. It's actually only a level 1 stun. 4-1-4, so this is a...
Yeah,
pure farming build, basically.
It's a very strange farming build. I mean, I would expect to see a Battle Fury with this build, but I don't...
I'm actually surprised, yeah. I mean, this is... I've seen people do this build, and it's okay, but... Yeah, almost always this will be accompanied by either the hyper-fast Midas, or you just rush up to Battle Fury. And it's kind of schizophrenic in the sense that if you rush the BKB... You're actually not improving your farming speed at all, so you're not leveraging the power that Greevil's Greed gives you.
Correct, and I think BKB should be synonymous with the stun and acid spray max, as well as... I would have preferred a Shadow Blade, to be honest. I think that would have done huge.
Yeah, I actually agree. I feel like BKB is very clashing-centric, and...
Oh,
he doesn't
I'm sorry. I just saw the fight that happened a little while ago.
The Weaver Ultimate one? Or
where it just seemed like Alchemist just TP'd away and they just took advantage of it.
Oh yeah, that fight was pretty grim. I mean, these early rounds are always going to be teams that are somewhat mismatched, and I feel like in this case, Altered States definitely has some of the just strategic form that's very difficult to deal with for TGD. I actually don't hate the draft, but yeah, they're just getting taken advantage of in terms of greed. What a nice ensnare on that Weaver. He time-lapses out, but he's actually body blocked. Oh my god, this Weaver's completely blocked in. Call down gets the last hit. He got body blocked into the trees next to the secret shop. That's a pain in the butt. Meanwhile, Unstable Concoction coming out from Krupa, but it's only rank 1, so it does next to no damage. Entangle, Rocket Barrage, Telekinesis, actually no, Electric Lasso, and that'll pick him off. Now Rubik's in trouble. There's no tower to flee to here. They throw down the Warlock ultimate, hits 3, Song of the Siren to try to escape. Wait, what the hell? The Golem doesn't take Song of the Siren? I don't know that.
Whoa, it doesn't?
No, apparently not. I never knew that. Kelpo's gonna get picked off here. I'm kind of shocked by this. Avukabo is like 7, 1, and 5, and I'm just still looking at this freaking Chaotic Offering Golem. I thought that those would be stopped by Song of the Siren.
There's so many weird interactions like that I'm always like figuring out every day. This game is so weird.
This game is really weird. It is gonna be Bloodstone for Avukabo. He's got Perseverance, so he's gonna just make this half the Soul Booster, disassemble the Arcane Boots, and finish the Bloodstone off that. And that's fine. I mean, the better your start is, the more you want the Bloodstone, and his start has been really, really good. 7, 1, and 5. Not really much in the way of last hits, but who cares, honestly, when you're killing everything on the map. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess... I think it gets other types of summons. Like, Nature's Prophet...
It doesn't get Visage Birds.
It doesn't get Visage Birds,
I think, which is half the reason why Visage is so strong right now, is because Naga is strong, and it goes through her sleep, but yeah, there's like not a clear definition on that spell and what it affects and what it doesn't, or Visage Birds for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess, I don't know, Warlock Naga counter?
I guess.
As long as you land your ultimate first, you're in pretty good shape. But then again, they could just kill the Golem really quickly. The move speed on that thing is so bad. It just can't chase for pretty much anything. That's why I think Warlock Spirit Breaker is going to be the new meta. Support Spirit Breaker.
I was upset at the lack of Spirit Breaker picks.
I was kind of surprised.
On CI3.
Yeah, because he's been a thing. He's kind of becoming a thing. At least I think we'll see Spirit Breaker in this tournament. Oh, Trollman's in a lot of trouble. The Diffusal is so strong. You just get the Weaver down to where he can't actually Shukachi. But they do have a Dust up on Phantom Lancer. He eats the stun. Couple more last hits. And very nice gank, actually, by TGD. Not having to use the Warlock ultimate. They do spend their whole team, but they kill off Phantom Lancer, and that's always good. Avukamo, meanwhile, coming around the back. Doesn't find anybody just yet. He does see the clump of 5 people. Buyback from Phantom Lancer, so they'll definitely try to make a game of it if they can. Burger Kong, he's actually pulling the Phantom Lancer in, and it looks like they may try to pincer TGD. 20 seconds left on the Warlock ultimate. It's only level 1, but if it comes off, it may not. There's the Keeper of the Light pushback. She pushes everybody out of the Gyrocopter call down. Krupa trying to flee, he gets pulled back by Electric Lasso. Kelpo 666 already taking a tremendous amount of damage. Weaver on the ground. Diffusal Blade on Krupa. Alchemist dies. 2 down. Baby Batter is entangled. 3 down after the Riptide. And that's pretty much all of TGD wiped up. Kelpo trying to run away, but V-Carbs, I think 6 seconds until the next Naga Ensnare. Doesn't even matter. Avukamu looping around the back. Picks up his 8th kill. And that is basically a team wipe. Only Typhid makes it out of here alive. Shadowblade treads Midas on this Prophet, so he's doing very well, but the rest of the team just really struggling not to get caught out by Altered State.
Very fun. Very fun. Good casting. I could see it in my head while you were casting it.
I'm so sorry that we have you on delay.
No, that's alright. No, it's working out good.
I didn't think this is... On the plus side, you can, if you've got the Beyond the Summit Elgato courier, you can get some views on that motherfucker.
I don't. Sorry, BTS.
You should buy one. You should support Beyond the Summit. I think I have one from the autograph tables or whatever.
Oh, wow. I actually got my first piece of like real life Dota gear at the pub stomp we had the other week for the
What'd you get?
I just got the Flying Courier. It ended up being a Zonky, or whatever it's called, Zonky Courier.
Nice. Did you get the item with that, or just the plush?
Yeah, it came with the
sick.
Just the item code with the courier.
Nice. Oh yeah, how was that? That was
that was actually it was just as it was great. I'm actually so happy that there's a place doing Dota events. It's mainly a LOL LAN center, if that makes sense. But
sure.
Yeah, I hope. I'm not there, obviously, so I don't know the turnout, but I hope it's good enough, because I hope they keep doing events there for us.
I mean, the last one the turnout was pretty good. I think better than they expected, and they definitely doubled up on it this time. So I think it's doing pretty well for
If
itself.
I'm mistaken, Merlini should be there as well.
Yeah, I think if he's not there today, he's definitely there tomorrow. Here comes the Warlock ultimate. They just used it on Wakama. They really want to pick off the Storm Spirit, but he manages to get to the back and kill Rubik anyway. Ball Lightning's his way out of there. Illuminate on 2. Burger Kong in a little bit of trouble. Pops the mechanism. Keeper of the Light still alive. Excellently placed call down. Will catch the Weaver. He's still in Shukachi form. Going to try to probably get his way out of here. Finally, the Nature's Prophet is picked off in the back lines of play. Krupa throws out a nice and stable concoction. Catches 2 Cien and V-Carbs, but does not catch Storm Spirit. There's the BKB from Alchemist while he's already inside of the ensnare. The Golem beating down on Storm Spirit, but not before they pick off the Alchemist. Secure 100 extra gold from the Golem for Cien, and that is, I think, another 4 for 0 trade. And at this point, Altered State is, I think, probably just going to seize control and batter down the middle, because this is too much. It's too much
a little
pain.
bit. That's too many fights. And the Prophet isn't a threat enough to be afraid of. They could probably take high ground.
Oh yeah, I feel like almost certainly high ground off this. No Warlock ultimate. Yeah. Wrath of Nature is still up, but that's not really enough to actually stop a push like this. So pretty clean team fighting. How often do you guys like practice together or scrim or do shit like that?
We pull a lot together, so I think that's where probably our biggest strength is just mechanical synergy because we play together so much.
Sure.
In team fights. So
Nice.
that's one thing I have confidence in. It's just the other kind of meta stuff, I guess, like support movement and warding and late game decision making. That's where we had the struggles. But
yeah, but I mean those are really hard to practice.
Yeah, those are very hard.
Do you do like TMM or do you do IXDL or any stuff like that?
We do TMM as much as you can. I got banned from IXDL because I accidentally made another account when I didn't realize it, so I got banned right away for multi-accounting. Yeah, it's because I forgot I'd registered. But either way, it doesn't matter because I don't think IXDL is anything special. I think if you can win your matchmaking games, you can win games. Period. I don't think you need a specialized environment to practice.
Sure. I guess the nice thing is just it's drafting practice.
Oh yeah. But TMM queues at our level actually aren't that bad.
Nice.
They're pretty quick actually, surprisingly.
Cool.
So
yeah, I know a lot of people whine about the length of queues in TMM, but I haven't had that many issues either. Yeah.
But hopefully with the new systems Valve's adding, it should be. I'm excited for the automated tournaments. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, I think stuff like that's gonna really
huge
be like next level for sure. Yeah. I don't know. So we were talking about Spirit Breaker earlier. Do you think we'll see Spirit Breaker this tournament?
I
you guys
hope so. I think this is just me knowing Dota players, but I think it's just one of the environments where they're going, someone's gonna pick it.
Yeah.
And it's strong. It's very hard to counter, or at least.
It's pretty strong. It's really good against. I mean, it's good against Lifestealer.
It's good against unorganized teams. I'll say that.
But honestly, even against teams that are pretty... Oh, man! Hold that thought. Avukamu jumps all the way and gets lifted up by Rubik. He's actually stunned down. This is probably an instant death for the Storm Spirit. Did I speak too soon? Excellent blinding light. You actually know just the Aegis. Weaver trying to get out of the fight. Krupa pops BKB, forced to just run. Excellent Song of the Siren from V-Carbs, and everybody's pretty much stuck in place as Avukamu. Going to use his second life to just mop up. The Illuminate does miss due to the Song of the Siren, but already a double kill for Koma in this fight. There goes Weaver. 4 down. Godlike streak for Storm Spirit. Unstable concoction as Krupa tries to make his way back to the fountain. Shadowblade not actually done yet. There's another Spirit Lance. They chase him into the fountain. Rocket Barrage gets him low. Will the homing missile actually last hit him? No. Manages to make it to the fountain, but this is almost certainly a set of racks. Oh, hold that thought, actually. Tier 2 still up. Naga's gonna pick that up.
Yeah, with the way they dive, it kind of seems like that sometimes.
Yeah,
it's always in our pubs. I'm always like the one like, hey guys, there's a tier 2. We can't be here.
Chaotic Offering comes down, but Alchemist getting mopped up before he came in throughout the Unstable Concoction. And Fatal Bonds, I don't know how this happened, but it's actually only on Gyro. So unfortunately that Fatal Bonds Chaotic Offering combo hasn't really worked out for TGD at all this game. And probably this Golem's just going to get brought down, and that'll be the last barrier standing in the way of Altered State, heading up the high ground. They trade Phantom Lancer for another 2 kills. Storm is now in the fountain. Probably at some point you guys should try to rax them or something, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Cien gonna duel Typhoid to death and just racking up the kills. Looking good for the post-game screen.
Gotta pad those stats, I guess.
Gotta pad the stats.
If only the tournament had a stats man, but...
Yeah. I'd do it, but I'm too busy doing the
Yeah, the the giant history of all these teams playing together.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh yeah, and the
total
20
2
times that
games.
these teams have faced
Yeah,
each
right.
other at the professional level. Wow, holy crap! Burger Kong has 4K floating. Oh, he's gonna make Scythe, I think. Yeah. Keeper the Light Scythe, neat. Scythe first item, or after mech. Yeah, no, I mean you can do stats like heroes and stuff like that. You really can't do like team history because
Yeah,
I only know
absolutely.
2 teams in this, and they're the 2 teams that were here in June. You guys and Shibby team.
Um, there's reformations of other teams that were there that are going to be playing, I think, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
yeah. I'm sure it'll definitely be some of the same players because if you're in the area, there's like definitely no reason not to do it.
Yeah.
Timing's
And
good too. It's right after TI3,
16
so
teams.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
There's-
16 teams is a lot, and I'm glad they made it 2 days though. It's going to make the scheduling easier.
Definitely. When they did it in June, it was like okay, but it definitely got pretty hectic towards the end. And the 1v1s were like super hectic.
Yeah.
Although I think actually, don't you guys have the honor of being the only?
He's gonna. You're feeding his ego. He loves saying that he beat Merlini in 1v1, but I'm like, watch the replay, man. He fed you that kill. He
Merlini
jumped,
did throw pretty colossally.
offensively blinked into a tower.
Yeah, he did. He was trying to get courier or something, I think.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I baited that on purpose.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, but that was
Totally
pretty
missed
sick.
it,
Actually,
yeah.
does he have gem? Oh, he has gem. All right, that was less sick than I thought it was, but still, pretty good storm spiriting. Picks off Nature's Prophet. At this point, with a 14 charge Bloodstone Storm, Prophet can't split push anymore because he just gets caught out no matter where he goes.
I think that's where it's probably checkmate, but it's just a matter of them breaking
Yeah.
base. I'm assuming they still have the moment.
I think it's probably checkmate. The last push, I really thought that was breaking high ground, but there was a lot of fountain diving going on. So actually,
Yeah, that's the
tier
problem.
3 yeah.
I tell them that sometimes.
That's what happens when you
And
practice in pubs, man. You just get used to fountain diving.
It's actually true, and I wish that's another thing. I wish we just practice the way that we want to play, because I
Sure.
think it's the best way to practice.
Yeah,
But
it's really hard to get like high level scrims in NA Dota though.
sure, I believe it. But it's just,
Yeah.
I think a lot of victories can be won on just not making mistakes,
Sure.
and if you just muscle memory, don't dive their fountain, their
Right.
tier 3's still up, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna help you not throw as many games, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree. I think so many games, even at the highest level, like even one sort of decision to like do one thing instead of another can completely turn the game.
Absolutely, and
Even
I think
at
that's why
TI3,
the
yeah.
game is so hard. It's
Yeah.
just, it begs you, it baits you into making those decisions.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. The psychology of like being, I mean, there's traps you fall into on the winning team, and traps you fall into on the losing team. And
Yeah, it happened to Navi at the finals.
Oh
They
yeah,
just-
absolutely. The finals game
one-
5, there's a lot of stuff.
one thing, just one thing. They had a whole game. They had it.
Yep. That was a
One
sick game
decision.
though.
It was. That was incredible.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I was up in the press box for that game, and by game 5,
how loud was it there?
It was pretty loud. Everybody had just shed all pretense of objectivity by the end, and all the.
The players openly admit that they could hear the crowd, but I
Yeah.
just can't imagine.
It's impossible to soundproof
And
to
then
the extent
it's-
that like the thing is the hall has really nice acoustics too because it's a symphony space, so like it's designed to like hear.
Yes,
yeah.
project as much noise as possible.
Exactly. We'll see what happens for the next one. I've heard rumors that they're gonna have it in like a bigger space, like maybe a sports arena or something. So.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that people are already talking about the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, I am too. I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was really, really sick. Oh man, here's the chaotic offering. This is probably the last try. Cien actually taking a tremendous amount of damage. The golem will probably last hit him. Yes. It's a kill for Warlock, snapping a godlike streak, 869 gold, but Abu Kamo, I think the Storm Spirit is just too big at this point. Rampaging through the entire team. Weaver, 3-shot. Alchemist, 4-shot. No, Storm is forced to flee a little bit. V-Carv's actually getting sprouted up. Maybe the Warlock Golem gets a couple more hits in here. But Storm's back. Typhoid in trouble. He has Orchid. He's going to bring him down. Storm's very low, 37 HP. No! He gets killed. That's 1,000 gold for Warlock, actually. He could probably buy back off those 2 kills. That's pretty sick.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for him to finish the Aghanims and then just turn the game around.
Oh yeah, you can turtle. He actually has enough money.
Yeah, that's like as hilarious and far-fetched as it sounds.
Yeah.
And
Warlock is pretty ludicrous. Like, you can turtle up. Oh man, Krupa runs right into Kome. Doesn't realize just how much damage that Diffusal Phantom Lancer can do. And that brings down the Alchemist extremely quickly. Baby Batter, he's waiting for the Courier to go get the Agnes, but he's not going to have time. He's going to get picked off. He no longer has the gold to... Oh, no, he does. All of his gold is reliable gold. He lost no gold off that death.
wow.
Oh my god. I've never seen that before. He lost 0 gold from dying.
Wait, then that means he had to have killed only heroes in the last, like...
So...
I don't even know how that works.
What happened was he killed 2 heroes while he was dead.
Oh.
So he wasn't earning gold. And he died almost immediately after coming back alive, so he had no reliable gold built up. It's unreliable. It was all reliable from those 2 golem kills. That's funny as hell. I've never seen that before. I was like, what is this, League of Legends? So they died too much and they have a 0 bounty?
They give you the pity for
Yeah. I actually love that. It makes me feel so much better when I'm feeding in LoL. Oh, Kelpo, he takes the Orchid. The second hit of the cooldown might hit Weaver. No. He manages to get out, but at this point, TDG, I feel like they're just fighting for the sake of fighting. Maybe for some pride. Baby Batter's in trouble again. Don't they realize killing him doesn't get you anything? Okay, he loses 70 gold that time. He built up 70 unreliable. Abukamu! Oh my god. He's got to learn to use that Bloodstone active. He's not using it at all. But yeah, I think this is pretty much over.
You said that 3 or 4 times, man.
That's true, you never know. What's the Warlock cooldown?
Oh,
15 seconds?
I'm also not where you are right now, so I guess...
Well, at this point, it's Meg.
Okay, now it's two racks for me. Okay.
Yeah. At some point with Phantom Lancer, you can just Fountain Dive and send your illusions to get the Mega Square.
Yeah.
That's the GG
I think
call.
people forgot how to play against him after playing against him for so long. He, like,
Yeah.
disappeared for a while.
He really did disappear, but, I mean, he's still definitely an option if you can get the right draft for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you learn from a game like this? Do you feel good, or do you feel like it's
not really?
practice?
As a person that was the captain, I would be.
Yeah.
I would tell them, you know, this was a wash game.
Yeah.
You know.
Think it's a draft win or just like outplayed?
I think it was mainly draft with the ease in which they won. But I guess that's probably a little bit of a skill discrepancy. But
Probably. Sick Yasha on Storm Spirit. I didn't notice that during the game. It's legit.
Race car Storm Spirit.
Race
I
car
guess.
Storm. Well, maybe it's the old Storm, the one who the hard carry Storm. With what did he have? An attack speed passive?
Yeah, you know, you're right. That's really old. That's I don't know. I'm not gonna even try to guess the version number.
6.6 something, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, that was pretty quick. 34 minutes. Probably could have been faster, but I'll just say playing with their food a little bit, and that'll be the first round. So we're gonna move on to I don't know what yet. Do you want to stick around and cast another one with me?
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
To get you in the
I'd
lobby
like to cast a
next time.
game for a live one.
All right. Sick. So yeah, that's my Cocaster Novacane. Do you have like a Twitter or something else that you wanna
No,
plug?
I know, but
No Twitter.
just keep following our team. Altered State will probably keep playing after this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been pretty stable now for a few months. You should get a team website and all that good stuff. Get some fans.
We'll see what happens.
All right. So folks, we'll see you in a bit. That was the first round of the Chicago Steel Series Dota 2 Open, held at the Ignite Gaming Lounge, sponsored by Steel Series, Merlini Dota, Ignite, and I keep forgetting what the other sponsor is, but I'll get my crap together for the next
Dust
game.
Off. It's Dust Off.
Dust Off. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, folks. We'll be back in probably just a few minutes. I'll figure out what the schedule is like, and we'll head off into round 2 in just a moment.
All right, thanks for having me on, man.